Now, listen, you guys, Eve is coming through with some revelations about being on set with Nicki Minaj for Barbershop. And some people feel like, oh my God, have you been a disliking bee even before you met the girl? And some people are applauding her. Now, we're also going to be talking about Nicki Minaj lighting the behind out of Jay-Z and Fraudulent Nation. Now, these are some of the things that we are going to be talking about in this video. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea plug. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great, you guys. I am doing extremely amazing. And without further ado, let us dive straight into today's tea. So I think let me start with the Eve tea, and then I'll move on to Nicki Minaj on Jay-Z, because when I saw that yesterday, I was like, what? It's really going down, okay? Yeah, so first of all, let us talk about Eve, okay? You guys do know that Eve wrote a book, Who's That Girl? And in that book, she pretty much documents a lot that happened, while she was in the industry. And that's the book that she also wrote mentioning Jay-Z. It seems like now she is mentioning Nicki Minaj. Now, this is being received with mixed feelings, and some people feel like, oh, well, that's actually showing love to Nicki Minaj and admitting that she's not a bad person. But some people are like, well, it seems like she came in already prepared to dislike the bee, okay? Now, this is what she wrote, and it's a little bit long, but bear with me. She said, I've lived through what happens when women project their own insecurities on other women. It happened at the start of my career, and I continued in waves as my fame grew. I wasn't going to be that woman to someone else, but in order to do that, I had to physically and mentally prepare myself. Nicki and I were actually fine on set. We got along well and shot our scenes together with no problems. It was nothing like what I had expected, but again, I am thankful that I prepared myself for it, okay? And honestly, what I'm gathering from the first statement that she said here, she's saying that she's gone through what happens when women are insecure around other women, meaning that there are certain women that had been insecure around her when she came in the industry, and she did not want to be that person, and that's why she prepared herself for that. I really don't think that she was saying she's coming in prepared to dislike Nicki Minaj. That's what I'm comprehending from this. But anyway, you guys, let me know, how do you interpret this? Is this giving you she came in expecting to hate Nicki Minaj because of Nicki Minaj, or she expected to dislike Nicki Minaj because of her own insecurities? This is what I'm getting, actually, the insecurities version, okay? And she went further to say, I'd see her writing songs on a bus in between takes, hiring Offset to go hit some show dates over the weekend, and then come right back on set for those 12 to 16-hour shoots, all while trying to hold together her personal life and her relationship. It was at that moment that I didn't envy her, and I kind of wanted to give her a hug, okay? Now, this is the part where it gets tricky for me. First of all, shout out to Eve for letting us know that indeed Nicki Minaj is a hardworking woman, as we all have always believed. And I guess this is why she respects people who put in the work, because imagine no ghostwriter, you need to write your own lyrics, you're shooting a film, after that you've got shows to attend, you also have your personal life. And I feel like until we get a female rapper with that much work ethic, it's very hard to ever reach to her status. That's what I think. Imagine a person who's already talented going that extra mile to put in the hard work. That's what sets her apart from all the other female rappers. Is the work ethic, in my own opinion. Okay, so shout out to Eve for bringing that to life. However, this is the part that I'm like, okay. She said it was at that moment that I didn't envy her. So it means that all throughout the time she had a little bit of envy. But then I'm not faulting her for that. I guess it happens to the best of us. Like, you're in the industry, you're seeing this person, she seems like she has it all together, and you kind of want to be in a place. But once you see the work that they put in, you're like, oh, wow, I don't think I could handle that. So I guess from that perspective, I also get what she's saying. And she further goes ahead to say that I thought I was going to resent her, and really all I felt was compassion. I remembered being that person, the girl who felt like she had to do it all. And so this is the part that a lot of people are criticizing when she says that I thought I was going to resent her. And people are like, oh, wow, people were already telling you things about Nicki Minaj, so you were getting ready to dislike the woman and things like that. But I feel like the resentment, as she explained in the first paragraph, would come from her insecurities, not what people told her. And then she said, I felt like I was also the girl who felt like she had to do it all, the girl who was pressured to do it all because it was all eyes on her. Instead of feeling insecure around Nicki, I started to sympathize with her. And so, yeah, that's basically what Eve wrote about Nicki Minaj. And this is the Nicki Minaj that nobody wants to let you know exists. People want to minimize her, to say, oh my God, she's headed the easy way or this and that. No, this is somebody who's already talented. But on top of that, she didn't just rely on her talent. She had to put in the work. So honestly speaking, that woman is a powerhouse. And I like that this light is now, if all this is coming to light. Like, one thing that I can say about 2024 is a lot is going to go down. And I'm glad that people are finally speaking up in as far as Nicki Minaj is concerned. However, I wish she would have done that earlier during the H train, because it seems like after Nicki Minaj was able to beat the H train, everybody is now coming wanting to praise her. But when everybody thought that her career was ending, nobody had her back. Nobody was even saying the truth, surrounding her, the work ethic and anything around her. Nobody had that energy. But now, because they've realized that she might actually have successfully beat the industry machine, everybody wants to all of a sudden speak up, which is a problem to me. Like, if you ain't effing with me when everybody else is going against me, please don't try and F with me now that I've overcame. Don't do that. Just stay where you were, exactly, in my own opinion, because none of these women, they all sat in silence, and people were painting this monster of Nicki Minaj. People were coming up with this theory that she can't be worked with. She's so difficult. She's this, she's that. Nobody was highlighting anything negative about, anything positive about her during the H train, and they all sat in silence. But all of a sudden, now you want to speak up? Like, go away, man, with that nonsense. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about that. Now, the next thing that we are going to talk about, Nicki Minaj lighting up Jay-Z's behind, okay? When I tell you this woman is fearless, this is what I'm talking about. She is fed up. Okay, I feel like they don't realize that she does not care anymore. She doesn't care about the gimmicks anymore. She doesn't care about how many fake hip hop journalists you're sending to her. She's not moved at this point in time, and I kind of understand her for that. So you guys, you do know that recently Nicki revealed that she didn't get any payment for Tidal. She basically got scammed. In other words, allegedly. So imagine, put your dislike for Nicki Minaj aside. Would you actually sit there and applaud somebody for scamming someone? And would you praise the scammer for being a good business person because they got away with not paying someone their dues? Okay? So that being said, obviously you do know that Fraudulent Nation and his wife, they don't speak. Okay? They send people to do their dirty work. Like, come on, that's for real. We know that man from Fraudulent Nation does not speak. He either sends Elliot, he sends Stefan, he sends all these guys after Nicki Minaj, all these fake media, oh my God, unbiased journalists. Okay, that's who he sends to speak up for him. So we also Elliot clowning Nicki Minaj, bragging that, oh, I got my coins, I got my money. It was more like, F you for not getting paid, F you for getting scammed. And as a woman, what are you gonna do? You know, it was that vibe that it was giving. So it seems like it didn't end there. It seems like he decided to send other people, and they started coming saying that, oh, everybody got paid $8.5 million. And Nicki said, I wasn't paid anything. So these journalists started doing, making videos saying that, oh, Nicki did not get paid because she didn't sign. Like, imagine, you see the change of story. Nobody's going to clock this bad. Like, they will act like Nicki is the problem. First is everybody got paid 8.5 million. And then secondly, it's now, oh, Nicki didn't get paid because she didn't sign. I'm just like, what? But you know what? What's good about karma is it does not forget its address. Who knew that the diddler would be in a position that he is right now? And that's what Nicki was not here for, okay? Because she did light up the behind out of that man. This is what she said. She said, I received a call advising Tidal was sold, and they made no money from the deal, so all they could offer me was $1 million. But wait, there is more. The lawyer advised that Deseret advised him that I had to sign the agreement in 24 hours if I wanted the 1 million or the offer was off the table. Listen to the end of fractions for what my response was. Tonight and tomorrow night, Barbz, let's go. So imagine, after the way she promoted Tidal, that girl outside of Beyonce was like one of the main people to promote that platform. Now they want to give her 1 million and give her an ultimatum to say sign within 24 hours or the deal is off the table. Like, what? And this is the man that you guys want to say, oh, he's all for black people empowerment. Oh, this, oh my God, he's doing this. This is the kind of guy that you idolize. Okay? Like, after all the work that she put into Tidal, after listening to that man when nobody else would have, she got 1 million in an ultimatum? Because this is not a deal. Like, what do you mean you're giving me 24 hours to sign that deal? Oh, it's off the table. What do you mean? Okay? And then she said, so Barbz, thank you for supporting something that I was a part of. I love you, but I was scammed and offered $1 million to be silenced. I declined. The grace of God is sufficient. I didn't need their hush money. Gek City, LA tonight, tomorrow night. My documentary was also, and then she put some ... And you guys do know that there are rumors that circulate that they made her not talk about, what happened between her and Meek Mill, the A word, because they thought it was going to be a bad look for their record label, because Meek Mill was with that record label. So imagine if you were in that position, would you still idolize a man like that? Like, first of all, you scam me, and then I can't even speak my truth. You're telling me to not, like, you're using your muscle to make sure that I don't release my documentary and tell my truth. I promise you, the day that the day that things will start going the other way for this man, it's gonna be interesting. And Nicki said, so somebody said, commented on a video and said, interesting, Nicki Minaj said she was not paid a penny from Tidal, unlike other artists who made million from it. Come to find out, it's because she never signed the paperwork after Jay-Z gave her equity. What? Does that even make any sense? And then someone quoted that and said, you see how these people lie. Less than a week ago, Cameron and Mace told us that Jay-Z was lying about them not signing paperwork. Then yesterday, Jay sent his mouthpiece, Steve, to claim Nicki didn't sign the paperwork. Come on, man. And then Nicki Minaj said, first time hearing about this, or allegedly though, tonight and tomorrow night. And then she said, and then somebody said they wanted brunch and baby oil. And Nicki said, worried about the tea of a 15-year-old child who was railroaded, but no comments on the tea and baby oil that's been going on for decades as recent as months ago. If 15-year-olds need to be held accountable and told they can't ever move past their past, then what about the 30-year-olds who groomed and sat by and was silent, etc. All right, let's keep the blogs focused on Onika. Short and stout D don't want to talk about him friend them. Laugh my behind off. And she's kind of cooking and cloaking here, because you would, like, if you hear people in an uproar like, oh, Nicki Minaj husband, oh, she married that man, oh, he's so horrible, he's the evil, like the biggest evil, even bigger than Satan to walk on this earth, you would think that people actually care about victims. But when something like the Didla happens, and when something like Aaliyah and Foxy happens, nobody's saying anything. All of a sudden, Nicki has to explain what happened to Kenneth Petty. But when it comes to Jay-Z speaking on what happened with his friend, who he was hanging with at them parties, he was at the parties, and these parties are allegedly where the things went down. But nobody's holding him accountable for anything. And so she said, undercover men are always aggravated with women because they have decided that they can't live in their truth. Therefore, women who have done nothing wrong to them are made to pay for simply existing. Fix it, Jesus. Enough is enough. And then she said, D short, stout, D laffy, taffy, alien, D breath. SAS, we want to know if you were present during the what of teenagers and children. That's what we want to know. You can't taste my pee. Stop. Aaliyah, Foxy, etc. During R. Kelly video shoots and stuff. Did you know about the to Kim Porter and Cassie? You seem to always run in a sort of red pack. And she went further and said, so that's what we, the people, want you and your peeps to speak on. You bald-headed bowling bed bee, you ninjas don't have this energy for G's in person, only for B's on the internet. Oh my goodness, she is cooking. And then she said, if any of those four what I named would like to shoot the fair one with a G, I'll run the winner of the fight $10 million. Until then, watch that karma spin. 25 men spoke about these clowns, only talking about me every single day. That's how I know I win. And for real, they are so hung up on Nicki this, Nicki that, Nicki this. And these same people would never talk about what's actually going down right now. And now I realize this is the reason why Bigfoot never dared to go direct with Nicki Minaj, because she knew that it wouldn't just cost her, it would cost her boss. And Nicki has said it over and over again that I do not have any, female ops in here. Y'all are just pawns. These are the people that she's going against. Yet these girls feel like, oh my God, we're so big enough. Nicki Minaj is scared of us. Scared of what, really? 64K? Like, seriously. There is an issue that is bigger than you. Before you even were in the industry, clearly there was something that was going on. Before you got signed to that fraudulent nation, there was something that was going on. And it wouldn't be surprised that you getting signed has everything to do with Nicki Minaj wanting to be spited and people looking for a replacement that they think will be able to do the job that the Transformer failed to do. So, yeah, this is absolutely interesting, you guys. And she also went ahead and said, they got to keep the conversation on me so that no one asks about these charges against their BFF. I mean, it seems 30-year-old T here is far from stale. Patterns, yes, SAS, Laffy Taffy Alien, Stout, Deep Breath, etc. all talking about Onika. Why are they talking about Onika? And then another person said, I agree. Why am I expected to care about something that happened when I was 1 year old? Let's addressing what's happening right now. Isn't da. And then somebody said, and then Nicki said, being effing go, I was expected to answer for something that happened or didn't happen when I was 10 years old, when I was minding my business in school. Well, we want to know what Chow was doing at 30 years old to 60-year-old tonight. And then she said Gag City tonight, and she's cooking, she's clocking, and I can't wait for the day that the truth finally comes out to light and people will start saying, so this one Nicki Minaj was right, and people will start keeping think pieces together like they're now doing with the Diddler situation. But when people speak, you guys are so focused on your hate. And that hate is actually forced at the end of the day, because you realize that it's their propaganda that's making you dislike this woman. A lot of people, you ask them, what has she done to you? Oh, her husband this. But before her husband, you were conditioned, you were made to dislike this woman. So do you have an explanation? You don't have. And then somebody said Nicki has now surpassed Jay-Z to become the 6th longest charting rapper of all time on Billboard, and her music is charted for 1945 cumulative weeks across the Hot 100 and Billboard 200. And then she said, move. All right, that's how you know that the lady is not playing with nobody at all. She is not playing, and I do not blame her for not playing, because you guys are full of nonsense, all right? You don't care about the victims. Don't you ever come in my comment section acting like you care about victims when you're not holding the Diddler accountable or that man from Fraudulent Nation accountable, allegedly. And the fact that she's bold enough to mention Foxy and Aaliyah, they better not play with her. They better not play with her. And I did see some weird people breaking in the comment section saying, wow, this is how Jay-Z will not respond to this. He would just end her career in silence. Don't you think they've been trying? What do you think that man is? Is he God? If a huge corporate like Pacific with all its resources could not end Nicki Minaj, if not giving her a Grammy could not end her career, if not playing her on radio could not end her career, what do you think is going to do that will end Nicki Minaj's career? Unless he starts putting hits on her. And if that's what you're talking about, then it would be weird for you to celebrate something like that. Like, wow, you would applaud a man for doing that? And people were like, oh, this is about Megan. She's feeling this way because, that man signed Megan. And I'm like, are you serious right now? It's like she's jealous of Beyonce and Megan. I'm just like, clearly this has got nothing to do with Megan. Where was Megan when Tidal was being formed and things like that? Was she even in the picture? She wasn't even in the conversation. Okay? And so she's supposed to keep quiet because what? Honestly, I also pray for her. May God protect her. And I cannot wait for the day that people will begin to see. But then knowing the people, they will still make excuses the same way they are making excuses for the Didla. But you know what? God is nobody's mate, okay? God is not from your household. God is not from fraudulent nation. God is from above, and He is for us all. It's only a matter of time before He will start showing you who truly is in control, because you can't be messing with people like this. Imagine scamming someone and then gaslighting them, and then sending out media propaganda in this grown man and acting like you're all innocent when behind the scenes you're plotting. This is disgusting, if you ask me. But I decided to go and check because one of the main lip dogs of this man is obviously Idiot Wilson. So I went and checked because he was clowning Nicki Minaj when all this started. Okay? So I decided to go and check. What do you have to say now today? Was he not Cricket's boy? His Twitter, he's always like trolling and tweeting each time Nicki Minaj is speaking about her struggles. But this time I didn't see him. I guess he realized that it's getting bigger than him. It's getting bigger than him sucking that man's D. And he realized that he does not want that smoke. Because today, she was really coming for him. And he was crickets. Crickets about what Nicki was saying. And on another day, he would have said, oh, Onika does not have Wi-Fi today, oh, blah, blah. He knew that if he dared respond, it would have taken things to places that he would not have wanted. Especially because she was bringing up Foxy and Alia. And the fact that she brought out Foxy and the two of them are cool, that's the reason why she gets away with saying whatever the F she wants to. Because she knows that, well, whatever tea you think you have on me is based on another person. Because what can they say about her? It's always your brother this, your mother this, your sister this, your husband this. Nothing against her directly. So, and everything that they can say about her, they've already said. So she's not scared about all of that. They, on the other hand, they like to paint themselves as these, clean moguls, all for black people. All we are representing. But yeah. So it was pretty much interesting, you guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think about everything that went down last night, including the Eve thing. And thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And I post each and every single day, except yesterday, you guys, the migraine was doing the most. And until my next one, see you.